Let's turn to the Africa Cup of Nations now and bring you today's matches. Uganda is playing Tanzania in just a couple of hours, while favourites Nigeria will face off against Tunisia in Group C. Meanwhile, Benin is playing Botswana, while Senegal will take on the Democratic Republic of Congo in Group D. Our sports reporter Selina Sykes is in Tangier ahead of the showdown between powerhouses Senegal and DR Congo. Selina, Senegal are hoping to lay down their credentials as big favourites later this evening. Will that be easy for them?
Well, Kemi, they definitely come into this competition as the big favourites alongside Morocco, but the Atlas Lions dropped points last night, so anything can happen at this AFCON, but the Lions of Tanger will be hoping to get their second title after having won their first back in 2021. They got a comfortable 3-0 win in their opener against Botswana, thanks to a double by Nicholas Jackson. The Bayern Munich striker is just one in a team full of talent, obviously led by their talisman Sadio Mane. There's also a lot of Premier League stars in this Senegal squad. Iliman NDI as well as Sar NDI. There's lots of stars in this Senegalese side. A strong pool of strength, a lot of strength up front especially. And they're also led by an experienced defence with Edouard Mendy in goal, an ex-Premier League goalkeeper, and Koulibaly in defence. So an experienced, talented squad here for Senegal. If they manage to beat DR Congo here later on today, that will be another 3 points for them in the bag, which would see them through to the last 16. We've come across a few fans during our travels here, and they're feeling pretty confident, Cami.
Let's talk about DR Congo now, because there's a lot of talk about them being the dark horses at this AFCON, aren't they?
That's right, Kemi. They reached the semi-finals at the last edition in the Ivory Coast. They were knocked out by the eventual winners, which were the hosts. So they're coming into this competition wanting to at least meet that or better that result from the last edition. They also were in Senegal's World Cup qualifying group and gave them a run for their money. They did finish in second, but they did very well in those African playoffs. They saw off Nigeria and Cameroon, so they're used to beating bigger teams, shall we say, on the African continent. They also have quite a few talented players in their ranks. They've got Yohan Wissa from the Premier League, as well as Noah Siddiqui and Arthur Masuaku from Sunderland. So they'll be looking probably to finish second in this group, but if they manage to cause an upset here today or get a draw, they could be gunning for first place in this group, though it will be a tough one, of course, against the Lions of Tanger. The fans are hoping that they might be able to cause an upset.
Selina, thank you so much for your reporting, and we look forward to catching up with you later.